Good morning, everybody. I'm Laura, and welcome to Cooking with Laura. And I'm here at the Lancaster Senior Center, and it's so nice of them to allow us to come in and use the facility. This morning, since it's spring and suddenly it's the end of May and things are changing, things are blooming, so we have some nice summer recipes for you and things that are low in fat and things that you can make very quickly. You don't need an oven, a hot oven. You need a little bit of an oven, but not much. Anyway, we're going to get started with, I'm going to be doing a carrot sandwich spread, which I had done in a cooking class last year, and I liked that very much. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to do nachos and end up with a healthy fruit smoothie. So I'm going to start now with my carrot spread, and I will need a cup of grated carrots, and a cup of grated carrots. Well, before, when I made this, I had one big carrot, and I think one big carrot would do it, but these are smaller ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a paper towel so I can kind of keep things a little neat. And I'm going to use a grater in a moment. So if you're going to use, you want to have more of it spread, of course, naturally you're going to use more carrots and double everything up, but we're going to have just a small portion. This, I thought, would be very nice to have, if you're having people over sometimes in the evening and you're sitting outside and you don't want to have a heavy meal, this would be perfect. This is the part that a lot of people don't like. That you have to be careful, otherwise you get some of your knuckles in here. This thing is sharp, so. Carrots are so good for you too. Healthy. I was listening to something about rosemary, how healthy rosemary is for you. And of course it's good and tasty. You can put it on a lot of things. And so I think I'll be using a little more of rosemary, fresh rosemary. Okay, I know I'm getting towards the end, so I'm being very careful with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this piece aside. You can eat it if you want, so it doesn't go to waste. Take that off. Make it easy for myself. Just take it off like that. Okay. I love carrots, and I just love to cook them up and just eat them. Put a little of my special margarine. It's all GMO. Whoa, we're shredding carrots all over the place. This will give you a good workout too, Get your muscles in your arms moving. I think I might have, I might not have quite enough. I think I brought enough carrots. Okay, that's enough of that one. And I have some extras there. Okay, I'll do one more. And then I should have my my cup, and I can measure it out and see. I could have had this all grated, but it's good to see. I'm sure there are plenty of graters you can get that are electric, but I'm using this one today. But it's like making bread, you know. I don't like to use a bread maker. I like to use my hands, and this is just one of those activities that I like that. Now, I think this is about a cup, so I'm just going to put this aside, and I'm just going to measure it out and see if my eye tells me if I'm correct. And I'm pretty sure I can safely say that is about a cup. So, okay, so I'm going to put that back in there, and I'm going to try to clean some of this up before we go on. So I have a nice clean work area. Okay. And if you have compost pile, you should, put this out in your compost pile. Okay, so now I have my cup, and I am going to need to have 1/4 cup of finely chopped celery. Now I know this is about 1/4 cup, and I'm going to put that in there. I washed it all off before I started, and I'm going to make, maybe 4 or 5 slits here in the celery so that I can get small pieces. Put it together. It says finely chopped, so and I'll measure it in my measuring cup just to be accurate. Well, let's make some more. I love celery too. We had children here on our show not too long ago, and we were doing some boats with ants on a log. That's what it was. It looked like a little boat, but we were doing ants on a log. Peanut butter and celery and raisins. Ants on a log. It's been around for a while. Okay, let's see. Here's my cup. Let's see if I have it. My hands are all washed, by the way. I like to do that before I start. We all should do that. Now, I don't think that's quite 1/4 cup, so I'm going to just use a little more. I usually don't follow recipes, but I've been better lately following some recipes because I want things to come out right. And sometimes if you're in a hurry, it made me think of sometimes when we're in a hurry, we fry things up too fast, and so that things don't get cooked the way they should. So I've been trying to make sure that I take my time, and if you're going to make something and you're pressed for a lot of time, then maybe save it for another time because you don't want to ruin anything. Rush through and then it's 1/4 cup. So I'm going to put that in there. I'll mix it around with my knife. Okay, now let's see what else we need. Oh, we need 1/2 cup of chopped olives. Well, I have my olives here, and it says ripe olives. I'm going to use the black olives. And I'm going to put some on my cutting board. Whoops, don't go away there. And I'll chop them up. Olives make things taste, not everybody likes olives, but they're good for you. And I think it makes the food taste so great. I don't mind green olives. I don't mind black olives. I just don't like olives with pits in them, because you forget sometimes, and oh boy, you don't want to ruin any of your teeth with that. So you have to be careful if you're using them for anything in cooking, that you make sure you pit them. But when I go to the store, I make sure no pits. The cost of dental work today is too great to be, I remember somebody was eating a bean burrito one day, and all of a sudden, there was a bean in there, a hard bean, and they cracked their tooth. Had to end up getting, I think, a crown on their tooth. So, yeah. So, one more. And this should be about a 1/2 cup. I'm just going to give it a little chop here and there to make sure that it's all small. We may have to use a few more if my eye didn't calculate this right. Okay, let's see. Oh, I did a good job because it's a 1/2 cup. Perfect, perfect. So I'll dump that in there. Okay, and I will use a spoon this time and stir it around. Oh, it looks very colorful so far. Looks good. Let's see what else we have. Now, I need to have 1½ tablespoons of finely chopped onion. Okay, so I don't need so much onion, but we'll just take about this much. And when you end up taking all the peel off, sometimes you lose a lot. So here's my peel. Get a hold of it. All right, I'm going to cut this end off. That might be easier. See what we can use. All right. So we only need, I'm just going to pull this away because we only need about this much if it's like a 1.5 tablespoons. Okay, so doesn't matter that I've had the other things on here because it's all going in the same place. Okay. Lately I haven't had any crying over, I don't know what it is, if they're doing something different with the onions, but I haven't had any of my eyes watering. So that's good. So this is good. All right. All right, so I'm going to put that in. Spread it around a little bit. Okay. It's looking good. It's got a little bit of white in it, so that's great. All right, let's see. My last thing, and then I'm going to clean up. It's 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. Now, I like to use light mayonnaise because I try to watch my weight. So it says 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to kind of guesstimate what 2 tablespoons would be like. And I think that's it. That's fine. And I'm going to use my, spoon's right there. And mix it all together. Okay. Now, once you mix it in the bowl, you can use another fancy bowl for this. I imagine with this that people are maybe outside on their deck or in their backyard, and people just come over, and you're sitting there, and you might have a nice drink, cool fruit drink, and you're eating crackers or maybe some bread, some homemade bread, and you're enjoying this very much. Today so many people have health issues. It's good to consider having low fat and no sugar and that kind of thing. I was thinking I'm going to try this with raisins and I'm going to try it with pineapple. So I'm going to put this over here. And then I'm going to just wipe up my area here a little bit because it looks a mess. So, and then I'm going to put this away because I don't think we need our measuring cup. Oops. I do need the olives for something else. And I'm going to move this out of the way. Okay. That's that. Now that's done. I'm going to do the next thing, and that will be nachos. Okay? And with the nachos, I have my oven preheated to 350, and I have some flat kind of nachos. Not that you can't use another type of corn chip or whatever you want. You can substitute what you want, but I'm going to use the flat ones. Now, I'm not using this one particular ingredient today, but you know, you can use vegetarian refried beans and you can put it right on there, but I'm not going to use that today. I'm going to use a couple other things on it. And one of the things I'm going to put on these corn chips, I'm going to put some beans on there. Now, I just need to get another spoon. Take two in case. We're going to take black beans, okay? And I'm just going to spread these black beans over the chips, okay, like that. I'll turn this one so it'll stay, because some of them are rolling off. But that's okay. It'll happen. I'm going to turn that one so maybe it'll stay there. Okay. You know, this is a very healthy thing because beans, you can live on beans. They're healthy. They have a lot of protein and so on. So, you know, give yourself, if you're making a big tray, give yourself a cup of the beans. Okay, so now we have beans, and now I'm going to put, instead of salsa, I decided that I'm going to put something else on them. And I'm going to put these vine tomatoes on it, cut them up. I did get this without washing it, but most of the, I think I told you before that most of the vegetables and fruit that I get, especially now in the summer, I like to soak them in vinegar and water for 10 minutes because it takes any residue that's on there off. And, you know, especially if you're not buying organic, you want to do that. But, of course, organic is the way to go. But not everybody can afford to buy all organic. It's expensive. So I'm going to just now dice these up. Dice them up. Oh, they're nice and firm, too. I really don't like it when the tomatoes are too soft. So this is going to be nice for it, you know. Whoops. Doesn't matter if they come out a little squishy. It'll give it a little. Sometimes they slip away from you, like they're doing now. Slipping and sliding. Okay. I think I'll use 1/2 of this tomato. Always watch your fingers. Remember to kind of hold them back a little bit. Curve your fingers, especially when you're getting closer, you know. Otherwise, you don't want to be missing any fingers. Okay, I'm just going to spread this around. Like this. Now, I thought of something this morning, but you know, you could put corn on here. You could put corn on here, or you could put anything else you want on there. There's no hard, fast rule that you have to have certain things. If you have a certain vegetable you like, I imagine you could even put eggplant or something like that on there. Try, experiment with different things. Don't be afraid. The worst thing that could happen is you don't like it, so you're not going to make it again. But don't be afraid. Okay, so I'm going to cut up some olives, and we'll put them on there. This time I won't chop them like I did for the carrot salad. And this might be good too with a regular salad, or you could use your carrot salad, you know. And you know, these things are not, that carrot salad is very inexpensive to make. It's not expensive at all. So I'll just throw a little bit of this here. I think we might use 1 or 2 more. Put it on there. Okay. Throw it around, so spread it around a little bit. I think that's pretty good. All right. I don't like to waste anything, so there we go. So now I'm going to put my cheese on top of it. And then we'll put it in the oven. And I think by the time we have our smoothie done, this will be very nice. You don't want to let it get too dried out either in the oven. I have the oven set for 350. I'm going to pop this in there now, and the cheese should melt. Now, if you are a strict vegan, you can use a cheese that is not a dairy product, non-dairy. That looks very pretty. I'm going to put it in the oven for maybe 10 minutes or less. We'll see. I'll check up on it. And now we'll go and we'll make our smoothie. Okay. All right. Now, smoothies. A lot of people talk about smoothies. So I'm going to start with a banana. You can put 2. I brought 2 with me, but I'm only going to use 1, I think, because you want to make room for the milk, which is not milk. It's going to be, well, it's almond milk, okay? And I'm just going to break this up. Now, you could put ice in here if you wanted to have a real cold drink, or you could put it in your refrigerator or freezer for a while. Oh, I have something I wanted to show you, by the way. I bought this for 49 cents. And this will take the strawberry tops. You just go like that, and they're off. You don't have to kind of dig with your fingernail, or you don't have to use your knife. It's a good way. So I have also all washed. I have some blueberries and strawberries. I'm going to throw those in too. Let's see if we can get them all in. Okay. It's going to be very fruity. And I also had a little bit of mango. Mango is nice. So I'm going to put that in. I cut it up before I came here. And there it is. So now we're going to add our almond milk. And I'll probably add about 2 cups of it. We have a lot of fruit here. So, yep, I think that should be good. And now, if my machine works, that would be wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to put it on liquefy. And perfect, perfect. Okay, so it's a little hard coming off. I wanted to show you how nice it would look if you had a glass. And this glass says celebrate. And we should thank God for every day we have and celebrate, especially if we have good health. And if we don't, maybe you can follow some of these tips to get better health. So here it is. And we're going to get ready to take out our other dish, which is the nachos. I'm just going to check on the nachos to see how they're doing. And they probably need 1 minute more. So I'll just clear away the deck here. And clean this up. I know I've said it many times. My mother said part of being a good cook is the fact that you clean up. Clean up as you go along. And I've really held to that rule. And it really is, it makes cooking so much more fun when you are cleaning up right away. Now, what I'm going to do is, you see I have some scallions here, 2 scallions. And before, I'm not quite done with my nachos, I'm going to cut these up. And they're going to go on top. And, you know, not everybody likes sour cream. So I kind of put the sour cream aside. So when we get ready to taste this, you know, you can decide whether you want sour cream or not. And you know, this part, which a lot of people throw out, it makes a nice little garnish too, the end of it, the stem. Well, the leaves, really. So I'm going to just cut a little of that up because it'll look nice on there. Spread it out a little bit. A little bigger, it looks better. Okay, now I'm going to get my oven mitt and take out the nachos. They should be done. And they are, to me, it's perfect. It's perfect. And I'm going to put it right over here. Hi, Karis, how are you? Did you see what we made today? This is Karis. Can you see? We made nachos and we made a special carrot dish. And if your hands are clean, you can help me. Yeah, come over here and wash your hands. Wash your hands. Here's some soap. And you know what we're going to put on top of them? We're going to put something called scallions. Scallions. And you can do that, okay? All right? Here's a paper towel. Okay, there you go. Wipe your hands. All right. Now, we're going to put this here. I'm going to move this all out of the way. And this out of the way. And then we want our sour cream. So here we go. That's for that. It's hot. It's hot. You want to come over here and put them on, but you have to be very, very careful, okay? I'm going to put them in, I'm going to put them right here in this dish. And you know what you can do? Actually, I'm going to hand them to you because my hands are clean in your hands. Be careful not to touch don't touch the dish, okay? Just can you sprinkle them on there a little bit? Oh, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we're going to put a little of the green on here too. And look at how nice it looks. It looks very tempting. and appetizing. And really, we didn't even use much of the bag of chips. So if you just had 1 or 2 people over, this is a meal. And with our smoothie, you have an entire meal. So with that, I wish you good health. May God bless, and enjoy the good food.